can start now.
Okay, thank you. Namaste all, dear doctors. Last class we studied about Unmada and its Chikitsa. Half part of Unmada is over while explaining the Nija Unmada or Doshaja Unmada. Another half part is in Bhuda Unmada, in the context of Bhuda Unmada. But while we see the psychiatry in Ayurveda, main part of psychiatry is included under Bhuda Vidya. In Bhuda Vidya, there is explanation of Agantuja Unmada only, not Nija Unmada or Doshaja Unmada. So a major part of Ayurveda psychiatry is Bhuda Unmada. But Unmada in the Ashtangas of Ayurveda, Unmada is included under Kaya Chikitsa, not under Bhuda Vidya. Bhuda Vidya is something supernatural, superstitious, something unknown. So such entities are grouped under Bhuda Vidya or Bhudunmada. We will see what is Bhudunmada or what is Bhuda Vidya and how we can treat it, how we can deal it, what is the classification, etc. in this session. Before going to Bhudunmada, we have to have an idea about Bhuda Vidya. Bhuda Vidya or Graha Chikitsa is one among the Ashtangas of Ayurveda. Bhuda Vidya Nama Devasura Gandharva Yaksha Raksha Pitra Pisaja Nagagrahadyuva Srishta Chedasam Shanti Karma Bali Haranadi Grahopashamanarthamcha. This is what we have learned in the first year of BAMS from Susruta Samhita Sutrasthana while explaining the Ashtangas of Ayurveda. भूत विद्या नाम देवासुर गंधर्व यक्ष रक्ष पितृ पिशाच नाग ग्रहादि उपसृष्ट चेतसा नाग ग्रहादि. This 8 type of graha is mentioned here. Grahadi upasrishta chetasam. The mind is afflicted with the above said factors. In that mind, the treatment modality are Shanti Karma Baliharanadi Graha Upashamanartham cha. Shanti Karma Baliharanadi Graha Upashamanartham cha. For the treatment of Graha, Shanti Karma and Bali Karma, Baliharanadi Kriya is used. This branch of Ayurveda dealing with Naga Grahadi, the Gandharva, etc., Grahadi Upasrishta Chedas, and the procedures for the treatment of this Graha is Bhuda Vidya or Graha Chikitsa. This is the branch dealing with the treatment of Graha, which includes Shanti Karma, Baliharanadi, etc. That is especially Deva Vyapashray Chikitsa. The term Bhuda is very familiar for an Ayurvedic physician because we learned theory. One of the first learned theories is Pancha Mahabhuta theory. So in that Bhuda, the term Bhuda is included. That Bhuda means Pancha Mahabhuta, 5 elements. One element. The term Bhuda is used to denote the element. Still more meanings are there. Bhuda is those who are having life or living beings is termed under the word Bhuda. Bhuda is used to denote the living beings also. Another meaning is having the contextual importance here, which is Bhuda or Graha, which is something supernatural or superstitious. That word or that meaning should be used here while explaining the Bhuda Vidya. Another term you can see in the screen is Daiva. Daiva also is connected with the Bhuda, Graha, Bhudonmada, Graha Chikitsa, etc. Because Devam Adrishtam, explained by Chakrapani, Devam Adrishtam, something unknown or something we cannot predict or we cannot understand is uh, grouped under the term Deva. So the treatment and understanding of the disease, which is not very clear or which cannot be explained on the basis of our solid theories of Ayurveda, those all entities are come under Bhuta Vidya, Deva, etc. Deva Vyapasraya Chikitsa is also a type of treatment modality in which we cannot explain the effect of treatment on the basis of our learned theories. So, Bhuta Vidya is something, the science dealing with something unknown causes and the treatment modalities of those unknown etiological factors and pathology with some techniques and tricks which cannot be explained on the basis of Tridosha theory or any other theories of Ayurveda. Next, Bhuda Unmada or Agantuja Unmada. In Charaka, it is explained that Deva, Rishi, Gandharva, Pishacha, Yaksha, Rakshasa, Pitranam, Abhidarshanani, Agantu Hedur, Niyamavratani, Mithyakritam, Karmamcha, Purvadehe. How this Agantuja or Bhudaja Unmada is occurring. Mithyakritam, Karmamcha, Purvadehe. Previous life, Mithyakrita Karma, which is improper chords and conducts in the past life, and Niyama Vradani Mithyagradam. Niyama Vradani is about the activities in the present life. Even the misdeeds or activities, wrong activities during the current life or the previous life, which can lead to Bhudunmada. Bhudunmada or Agantujonmada. In that person, this Deva, Rishi, Gandharva, Pishaja, Yaksha, Rakshasa, Pitra, Grahas are afflicted. The gods, Rishis, Gandharva, etc. seize or curse or afflict on the person who is having this type of Mithyakrita Vyavahara. These are 8 types. These types are mentioned in Charaka. While in Susruta, 8 types are mentioned. In Charaka, 7 types. Here in Susruta, 8 types are mentioned. Deva, Asura, Gandharva, Yaksha, Pitra, Naga, Rakshasa, Pishaja. While we saw the definition of Bhuta Vidya, we have seen all these terms. Bhuta Vidya Nama, Deva, Asura, Gandharva, Yaksha, Rakshasa, Pitra, Pishaja, Naga, Grahadi, Upasrishta Chedasam. Those 8 type of grahas are explained by Sushrutacharya. In Ashtanga Hridaya, 18 types. Vagbhadacharya explains 18 types of graha. Deva, Asura, Rishi, Guru, Vriddha, Siddha, Pitra, Gandharva, Yaksha, Rakshasa, Sarpa, Brahma Rakshasa, Pishaja, Kushmanda, Nishada, Preda, Maukirana, and Vedala. These 18 types are mentioned in Ashtanga Hridaya. We will see the 7 types. Those are the major types of major classification. We will see in detail in the following slides. Why or how graha are afflicted to the human being or the person, how they are afflicting or how graha vesha is happening. That is explained in all the Samhita. It is explained. This reference is from Susruta Samhita. Ashuchim bhinna maryadam kshatam va yadiva akshadam himsyur himsa viharartham satkarartham adaviva. Ashujim bhinna maryadam. Cleanliness, absence of cleanliness, bhinna maryadam. The ritual rites, activities which is not properly followed, Kshadam va yadi va akshadam. Trauma happening or not happening. Injury or trauma if happens or not happens. In both conditions, graha can be afflicted. Why this graha are entering into the body? Himsur himsa viharartham. Himsur himsa viharartham satkarartham athaviva. They are entering into the body or in a person for himsa, vihara, and good deed, satkarartha. Whether bad deed or good deed, they are having an aim. That grahas are having, those grahas are having an aim, and they will enter into the body to fulfill that kind of aim. Those who have seen the movie Manichitra, we can see something that Nagavalli is having some aim, and because of that aim, that Nagavalli is entering uh, into that person named Ganga. That those kind of aim will be there. The aim of Grahavesha will be there to fulfill that particular need. The Graha will enter into a person. We will see in detail later that whether grahas are entering into body or not, or how they are affecting in the how they are entering. If they are entering, so how they are entering, and if not entering, then how this persons behave like that. There will be, you might have a question like that, and question will be answered in the following slide. These are the signs and symptoms of Graha Unmada or Bhuta Unmada. As I told, something supernatural or something uh, beyond our intellect, those are comes under Graha or Bhuta. Here, Amartya Vak Vikrama Virya Cheshto Jnanadi Vijnana Baladhipiryaha Udmada Kalo Aniyatascha Yasya Bhudotham Unmadam Udaharetam. Amartya Vag Vikrama Virya Cheshta. Amartya means not not to the power of Mritya. Mritya is human. Amartya, the supernatural. Amartya Vag Vikrama Virya Cheshta. Vag Vikrama Virya and Cheshta are supernatural. Speech, valor, potence, and activities are supernatural, which which occurs as a result of supernatural knowledge and strength. Jnanadi Vijnana Baladhibirya. Jnanadi Vijnana. Jnana, Vijnana, Bala, etc. will be supernatural or non-compensate with the human power, and this power will make the person to do such supernatural activities. This is what we have observed. We can see in Unmada. Undeterminability of time of occurrence. Unmada kalo aniyatascha yasya Bhudotham Unmada Udaharitam. In the last class or in the previous class, we have seen Doshaja Unmada. Pada Unmada will be aggravating during a particular time, or in the time in which Vata is dominated, or Pitta Unmada in such a particular time of Pitta aggravation, and Kabha Unmada also the same. But here in Bodhu Unmada, we cannot predict. We cannot predict an undeterminability. Time of Unmada Kalo Aniyatasya Bodhotha Unmada Mudaharetam. That that is the characteristic feature of Bodhu Unmada. Till this is explained as unexplainable, our acharyas tried to explain to a very great extent about the Avesha Kala or Unmada Kala, and the Lakshanas are classified in different groups, and they have tried to tackle this type of Unmada with the the logic and techniques of our science. That will be dealt in the following slide. The Graha Lakshana, that same thing, this is signs and symptoms, what is mentioned in Charaka. Here the Graha Lakshana is mentioned in Susra Samhita and Ashtanga Hridaya Uttarasthana, which is the same only supernatural or superhuman power is explained. Guhya Anagada Vijnanam Anavastha Asahishnuda Kriyavan Kriyava Amanushi Yasmin Sagraha Parikirtide. Guhya Anagada Vijnanam Anavastha Asahishnuda. Guhya Anagada Vijnana. Guhya is something hidden knowledge or something unknown, will be known by that person. Anagada is future, which is not occurred, which not happened is Anagada. Guhya Anagada Vijnanam Anavastha Asahishnuda. Anavastha will be there, instability will be there, Asahishnuda, intolerance will be there. Kriyava Amanushi Yasmin. Kriyava Amanushi. That activities which is superhuman or supernatural. Kriyava Amanushi Yasmin Sagraha Parikirtide. That is called as Graha. That is which called as Graha. The same is explained in Ashtanga Hridaya Uttarasthana also. Lakshaye Jnana Vijnana Vak Cheshta Bala Paurusham. Purushe Apaurusham Yatra Tatra Bhudagraham Vadet. Purushe Apaurusham Yatra. In that human being, Apaurusham, superhuman behavior is observed, then it is called as Bhudagraha. Tatra Bhudagraham Vadet. Then the next line is explained about the nomenclature of Bhuda or Graha. Bhudasya Rupa Prakriti Bhasha Gatyadi Cheshtide Yasya Anugaram Kurude Tenavishtam Tamadishet. Bhudasya Rupa Prakriti Bhasha. The Rupa, the appearance, Prakriti, Bhasha, languages or the slang used or the culture, Gatyadi Cheshtide, motor activities, etc., in which the person resembles about what? That is the criteria of nomenclature. Esya anugaram kurude tena vishtam tamadishet. Resembles what kind of person or Pishaja, Pitra, Graha, Malsya, etc. Whatever the similarity shown in regards with the behavior, activities, Rupa, Prakriti, etc. By that nature, the Grahavesha or Bhutavesha is named as the Anukaram Kurude Tena Avishtam Tamadishet. Tena Avishtam Tamadishet, which is Avishta, which is afflicted. We can say with those grahas are afflicted. That doesn't mean that those grahas are afflicted, that we can term on the basis of the characteristic features or the Rupa, Prakriti, Bhasha, Cheshta, etc., which is expressed by the person. That is how the Bhudagrihas are named into 18 Ashtadasha according to Acharya Vakpada. How they afflict, mode of seizure, how they are afflicting to the normal person. As I told earlier, a person who is having very weak mind and those who are observing Ashuji, Bhinna Maryada, etc., that person will be very much prone to get affected by the Bhudunmada or Grahunmada. That is mentioned here in this. Gods, etc., will cause seizures with their power and quality. In that doesn't mean that those entities, that is Buddha, Graha, Pitra, Pisaja, etc., are there in outside and they are entering into a human body. It doesn't mean like that, but these are the reflection of behavior, reflection of what the surrounding behavior. That is mentioned here, just like reflection in Surya Kandamani. Surya Kandamani can be understood as prism, that is solid glass. If you see a light from the solid glass or solid glass prism, you will feel or you will experience that the light is coming from inside the prism. Light is coming from inside the prism, but it is not like that. Light is not coming from the prism. But we will see, we will observe that we look or we see like the light is coming from inside, but the light source is outside somewhere, and the prism is reflecting that light source. The similar way, Bhuta Graha Unmada or Grahavesha happens. There is no Avesha by any Graha, but it is a reflection of external factors in a weak mind that is called as Bhutonmada. This is explained by all Acharyas, especially in Susruta Samhita. It is mentioned that दर्पणादीन यथा छाया शीतोष्णं प्राणिनो यथा स्वमणिं भास्करस्युत्रा यथा देहं च देहदृक्. How the deha hold the dehi, that is atma, is resides in the body. We cannot see the atma, but the atma resides in the body. The light atma resides in the sense, the part of paramatma is resides in the body, that is a part of large energy source is resides in a small unit of human body. Similar way, it is very much spread outside, and the reflection is seen in a human being, in a single person, when the person is psychologically weak. Darpanadin yatha chaya, what we seen in the mirror. If you see a mirror, you can see the reflection of yourself. So whatever shown in the mirror will be reflected, and we will see or we can experience that something is there, or that matter or that that the image is there inside the mirror. But in reality, the image is not inside the mirror. The image is the reflection of some external factors. Hope you understand about the Grahonmada. This is Graha, Bhuta, etc. are not getting Avishta. These are the reflection of external factors, thoughts, and surrounding, and that reflects in different manners and different as different symptoms, and those symptoms can be grouped under different headings based on the characteristic features, and that is the way of nomenclature of Bodhonmada. That can be 7 in Charaka, 8 in Susruta, and 18 in Ashtanga Hridaya. We will see each in detail. First one is Devonmada. Devonmada is the person having Devonmada or afflicted by Devagraha will be very pleasing, very happy, very gentle look, earnest, invincible, and free from anger, very devoid of anger, sleep, desire of food, etc. Devoid of anger, sleep, desire of food, nothing will be there. Very pleasing and having very less sweat, urine, stool, etc. Having a very good aromatic smell from the body, resembles face like a blooming lotus, like a lotus flower. That much, that kind of pleasing appearance will be there in that person. Such persons are termed as affected by Devonmada. A person will be fond of purity, good conduct, study religious scriptures. Is very fond of religious scriptures. That is why the term Devonmada mentioned here. Very religious concepts will be there. Veda Adhyayana will be there, and very pleasing appearance and very less anger. That is, he will be always happy with others, always active. That is mentioned here as less sleep, less desire of food. Lovely pleasures, loving pleasures, worldly pleasures are not affected or not interested. That person is not interested in the worldly pleasures. Such a affliction is called as Devonmada. In each and every Unmada, there will be a time of affliction. Time of affliction of Graha is mentioned. This is in Devonmada, it is first and 13th day of Shukla Paksha. First and 13th day of Shukla Paksha is said to be the time period of Devonmada to get afflicted. This is only in academic purpose, it is very important in case of competitive exam, multiple choice exams. Another type in the clinical practice, what these lakshanas, if we observe, we should understand that these grahas are afflicted on the first day and 13th day of Shukla Paksha, and the treatments of those graha should be done on the same day, that is first day and 13th day of Shukla Paksha. This is applicable for all type of Unmada in the following types also. Next is Guru Vriddha Siddha Rishi Unmada. Guru Vriddha Siddha Rishi Unmada. Guru Vriddha Siddha Rishi Rishinam Abhishaba Abhichara Mithyan Mithyana Anurupa Cheshta Ahara Vyavaharam Tairunmatam Vidyat. That is activities, speech as by Abhishapa, Abhichara of Guru, Deva, etc. Guru, Vriddha, Siddha, etc. That because of curse of like that will be seen in the this type of Unmada, and the person affected by this Unmada will be expressed as very fond of bathing, purity, lonely places, uh, and conversation with saying of Vedas, Dharma Shastra, Shruti Vakya Kushala Prayaha, Dharma Shastra Shruti Vakya Kushala Prayaha, Kushalam Prayaha Shashtyam Navamyam Darshayaha. Rishi will be afflicted by Shashti or Navami. Shashti or Navami. Shashtyam Navamyam. 6th or 9th day of a Paksha. This Graha is afflicted on the 6th or 9th day of Paksha, and this will be expressed as or seen as very fond of very purity in bath, saying, chanting Veda, etc. will be there, and precepts, the speeches ordained by the Abhishaba, etc. of preceptors. So Deva, Devanmada is over Guru Vriddha Siddha Rishi Unmada. It's called as Rishi Unmada. Stana Shuchi Vivikta Sevinam. Stana Shuchi Vivikta Sevinam. Dharma Shastra Shruti Vakya Kushala Prayaha. Kushalam Prayaha Shashtyam Navamyam Charashayaha. This is mentioned about the Rishi Unmada. Next is Pitru Unmada. It's another type of Unmada, Pitru Unmada. Pitru Unmada, very unhappy look, Aprasanna Shtim, Apashyandam, inability to see, probably of uh, the problem with the person. Those they are they are unable to see, or it can be understood as they are becoming invisible. Pitru Unmada, they are becoming invisible. So that is inability to see. Uh, Apashyandam. And the meaning Apashyandam can be taken like that. Nidralu. Nidralu is very sleepy, always sleeping. Interrupted speech. Pratihata Vacham. Ananna Abhilasham. Ananna Abhilasha is not desire towards food. Arojaka Avipaga Paritamcha. Arojaka will be there. Avipaga will be there. Less interest towards the food and lack of taste, or arojaka or anorexia will be there. Avipaga, indigestion, digestive problems will be there. This is what Pitru Unmada, and those people will show like that who are devoted to service of parents, guru, vriddha, siddha, and acharya. They're very fond of uh, devotion with this Matra, Pitra, Guru, Vriddha, Siddha, Acharya, Upasevinam. They are in service of this person. looks very very devoted towards Madra, Pitra, Guru, Vriddha, Acharya Upaseva. Prayo Dashamya Dashami Amavasya, the 10th day of Amavasi, Dashami of Amavasi, Pitragraha is getting entered or afflicted. So in the first type Devanmada, I have mentioned that the day in which Bhudagraha is afflicted, on the same day we have to treat the Bhudagraha. Sorry. Next is Gandharva Unmada. Next type of Unmada is Gandharva Unmada. Gandharva, as the term denotes, the person will be liking instruments, dance, singing, and good foods, etc. Enjoyment of life. They are very fond of enjoyments of life. So, and Chanta Sahasigam Tekshnam. Violent activities will be there, very bravery, sharpness, invincibility, laughing and talking. Very much talkative. They will be very much talkative, laughing, singing, good food and drinks, a good aroma, etc. will be there. They will be very fond of uh, worldly pleasures. Those who are afflicted with this Gandharva Unmada will be very fond of hymn, songs, women, and purity. Gandh, Mukhavadya, Nritya, Geeta, Annapana, Snana, Malya, Dhupa, Gandharadim will be interested in Mukhavadi. Mukhavadi is instrument. Use instruments, musical instruments played with mouth. Mukhavadya, Nritya, Geeta, dance, songs, Annapana, Snana, Malya, Dhupana, Gandharadim. Very fond of, very happy to experience this Snana, Malya, Gandha, Dhupana, smell, etc. Dhupana, aromatic smell and aromatic dhupa will be very interested by that person. Raktavastra, Beli Karma, Hasya Katha, Anuyoga, Priyam Shubhagandham. All this will be seen in the Gandharva Unmattam Vidya. Raktavastra will be interested, Beli Karma will be interested in the Beli Karma, and very pleasing aromatic smell will be coming from the body. Those who are afflicted with Gandharva Unmada, Gandharva, Smriti Gita Vaditra Ridim. Stuti Gita Vaditra. Stuti is chanting some hymn and stotra, etc. Stuti Gita Vaditra Ridim. Interested in these things. Paradara Gandhamalya Priyam. Paradara Priyam means interested in sexual activities or more interest towards opposite gender. Gandhamalya Priyam, interested in ornaments, grooming, etc. Chaukshacharam means purity. Chaukshacharam means hygiene or purity. Very much interested in that purity. Prayo Dwadasabhyam Chaturdashyam. Dwadasabhyam Chaturdashyam. 12th day or 14th day of Raksha. They will be affected on the 12th day or 14th day of Raksha. Next is Yaksha Unmada. Yaksha Unmada is the opposite to the previously seen one. They will be very frequently sleeping and crying, laughing, a similar way of Gandharva, they will be interested in dancing, singing, musical instruments, etc. But it will be in a negative manner. Negative manner in the sense dominated, tamoguna dominated persons will be like that. Disclose of secrets of others. Very courageous, very good complexion, ego, but not like a Gandharva. It appears as a negative character. It appears as negative character. Asagrit Swapna Rodana Hasyam. Asagrit Swapna Rodana Hasyam. Sleep, cry, and laugh will be there. Nritya, Geeta, Vadya, Pada, Kada. Dancing, singing, musical instruments, Annapana, Snana, Annapana, Snana, Malya, Dhupana, Dhupa, Gandharadim. As mentioned in the previous type of Unmada, they will be interested in the garlands and good smells, dhupana, etc. Dvijadi Vaidya Parivadinam. Dvijadi Vaidya Parivadinam. They doesn't like uh, good persons. That is Dvija Vaidya. Dvija is the term meaning is Brahmana. Dvija here in the sense those persons having good knowledge and proper knowledge. This person affected with Yakshodmada will not be interested or will not be uh, liking towards the such good persons like Vaidya, Dvija, etc. That is why I previously mentioned as the negative character. Yakshvanmada is a type of negative character. Rahasya Bhashinam is disclose the secret of others. Sattva Bala Rupa Garva Shaurya Yuktam. Garva Shaurya Yuktam. Having this good mental power, strength, good complexion, good ego, valor, etc. And liking towards singing, dancing, garlands, etc. This Yaksha and Gandharva, you may be finding similarities, but Gandharva in a positive aspect and this Yaksha in a negative aspect. Next is Brahma Rakshasa Unmada. Brahma Rakshasa Unmada is also excessive. Laughing will be there. Hatredness. Negativism is increasing here. Hatredness will be there. Disobedience will be there. Deva Ninda. Deva Vipra Vaidya Vaidyeshu Avajna. Deva Vipra Vaidyeshu Avajna. That they will not obey Deva, Vaidya, Rishi, Vipra, etc. And they will be having hatredness towards towards such good people. Excessive offer will be there. That is similar with the previous type of Unmada. And one of the major difference or characteristic feature here is injuring himself. Kashtadibir Atma Pedanena. Kashtadibir Atma Pedanena. Atma Pedana is self-harming. Self-harming using the instruments or wood, etc. Kashtadibir Atma Pedanena. Brahma Rakshasa Unmatam Vidya. That is termed as Brahma Rakshasa Unmada. Swadhyaya, Tapo, Niyama, Upavasa, Brahmacharya, Deva, Yati, Guru Puja, Aratim. They are not interested in the Swadhyaya, learning, Tapas, Niyama, Upavasa, Brahmacharya, etc. Who um, they themselves believe as or express as they are very knowledgeable or persons, Brahmin or Vipra, they are very knowledgeable, but in reality they are not knowledgeable and they hate or they disobey all these things. Swadhyaya, Tapo, Niyama, Upavasa, Brahmacharya, Deva, Eti, Puja, Aratim. Not interested in that. Prashta Saujam, not clean also, hygiene, not having hygiene also, but they themselves behave or believe as if they are Brahmin or very good or clear person. And this who likes temple aquatic games, etc. This Suram, Suram, Aninam, Deva, Devagara, Salila Kridas. Devagara is temple or religious places. Salila Krida, Salila Kridana, Retim. Retim means interested. Salila Kridana, Retim. In water games, etc., they are interested. Prayah Shukla Panjamyam, Shukla Paksha Panchami, fifth day of Shukla Paksha. This is the time of affliction of this type graha. Brahma Rakshasa Graha. Brahma Rakshasa Graha is afflicted on the fifth day of Shukla Paksha. This is what mentioned here in the Charaka Samhita. Next is Rakshasonmada. Rakshasonmada, as the term denotes, looks like Rakshasa, hatredness for food, drinks, exercise, etc. Even they are not having or not taking food, they will be very strong. Nashta Nidram, Nashta Nidra Annapana Dveshinam. Not sleeping well, Annapana Dveshinam. Not interested in the food and drinks. Na Aharam Apyadi Balinam. Even if they are not taking food, they are very strong and powerful. Na Aharam Apyadi Balinam. Shastra Shonidam Mamsa Rektam Malya Abhilashanam. Shastra Chonita Mamsa Rekta Malya Abhilashanam. They are liking towards the blood, meat, red garlands, and this Rekta Mamsa, and that kind of eating, eating or looking like that, they will be very interested. The term, as we see Rakshasa, we can imagine the activities of a Rakshasa, the similar way the patient will behave. People afflicted with Rakshasa Unmada will be devoid of willpower, who is backbiting. Backbiting will be there. The font of woman who is greedy and cheating will be the not full, a completely negative character. Raksha Pishajastu Hina Sattvam Pishunam Pishunam Paisunyada Pishunam Strainam Luptashadam Prayo Vidiya Tridiya Ashtameshu. Second day, third day, and eighth day of Paksha. Rakshasa is getting afflicted on the second day, third day, and eighth day of Paksha. This is mentioned here in the Rakshasa Unmada. Next is Pisaja Unmada. Pisaja Unmada, the main characteristic feature is fickleness of mind, fickle mind, and the instability, anavastita chittam, instability of mind, thanam, alabhamanam, nritya geeta hasinam, having no place to say, engage himself in singing, dancing, incoherent speech. They will be living in, looks like living in another world, their own. They're creating their own world. They will be enjoying, and their mindset will be very anavastita. Fickleness will be there, like climbing over uneven places, caves, etc. Such kind of characteristics will be there in the Pishajunma. They doesn't matter. They are not aware about the surroundings. They doesn't care about the surroundings. Such persons will say, such persons are said to be having afflicted by Pishaja Unmada. This nakedness is another characteristic feature of Pishaja Unmada. Nakedness will be there in this person, and always complains of miseries before others and suffers from loss of memory. They complain about miseries towards others. Those who are afflicted by Pishajonmada will be devoid of willpower, and backbiting will be there, and who's fond of women. As I mentioned, Raksha Pishajastu Hina Sattvam. Rakshasa and Pishaja having similar characteristics. The same line mentioned in the previous verse. Raksha Pishajastu Hina Sattvam Tishunam Strainam Lupta Shadam Prayo Dvitiya Tritiya Ashtameshu. Second day, third day, and eighth day. Pishajonmada, the same here in the Rakshasonmada. The same characteristic features mentioned here. These are few examples there. The 18 types of Unmada mentioned in by Acharya Vakpada, 8 types by Susruta, and 7 types by Charaka. 7 types mentioned here. In the current scenario, the importance of Bhutvanmata is comparatively less than the previous, because these kind of beliefs, these kind of characteristic features are or these kind of persons, Pishacha, Gandharva, Preta, etc., are not known to the person, not known to the people. So we cannot explain in terms of such characteristic features. Characteristic features are grouped and termed in order to understand the group of characteristic features. But in the current scenario, people are not aware of characteristic features of Gandharva, not aware of characteristic features of Pisaja, Preda, etc. So it uh, looks it looks irrelevant to the context. But Bhuta Unmada, Graha Unmada are not irrelevant; they are relevant only. But the understanding or the nomenclature or the classification doesn't suit with the current understandings of current scenario. That is why we cannot understand this kind of Unmada, or we cannot follow such things to diagnose such a person. Before understanding the classification, we need to have a good idea about the terminologies: Pitra, Pishacha, Yaksha, Rakshasa, Brahma Rakshasa, etc. Those who are well known about those terms, then very easy to understand the classification and characteristic features. Whatever this whatever the type of Graha Unmada affected, the treatment will be almost same, and some specific treatments also mentioned in our classics that will be explained here. But before going to the treatment, we have to understand to whom we can treat or to whom we should not, who are eligible for treatment and who are not eligible for treatment. Asadhya Lakshana mentioned by Susruta Samhita, Thulaksha Tvaritagati Swabhenalehi Nidralu Patati cha Kampade cha Yo Ati, that is Thulaksha, prominent eyes, Tvaritagati. Tvaritagati is very fast moving Tvaritagati. Swabhenalehi. Swabhenalehi is frothy discharge from the mouth, and they themselves will eat that frothy discharges. Patati kampate cha yovati. Always uh, having tremors and falls. Frequent falls will be there. Patati kampate cha. Yascha adrit virada nagadi vichudaha san samsrishto na. That means very powerful, that falling from a very big height or something falling over the person. If that time also the person will not experience pain or any discomfort, such persons are considered as a sadhya lakshana of Unmada. Hope you understand that tolerance will be very high, even if the person is falling from a height, or if something like even elephant fall over him, if falling from a mountain or tree, even such pain or will be tolerated. Very severe pain will be tolerated by the person afflicted by Grahoinmada. Such persons should be avoided from treating, or they are asadhya, not treatable. Then Varthakyena Jushtaha, aging, very chronic or aged persons are difficult to treat, or they are considered as asadhya. In Ashtanga Hridaya, Ashtanga Sangraha, it is mentioned as Kumara Vrindanugadam Nagnam Uddhadamurthajam Aswastha Manasam Dairkha Kaligam Sagraham Tyajet. Kumara Vrindanugadam is accompanied by children. We can see some persons or insane persons roaming around the town or around the city. The people, children will be following them, throwing a stone over them. Like such persons, if there, it should not be treated. It is mentioned by Acharya Vakpada, accompanied by children. Nagnam, nakedness. Uddhada Murtaja, unstable mind or head, unstable head. Uddhada Murtajam, unstable head or unstable mind. Aswastha Manasam. Aswastha Manasa is disturbed mind. Aswastha Manasam. Dairkha Kaligam, chronicity. If it is very chronic, this is very chronic, it should not be treated. That is mentioned in Ashtanga Sangraha. This is mentioned in Susrata Samhita, Charaka Samhita. The same thing. Some more physical symptoms are mentioned here. Has tearful eyes, hemorrhages, wounded tongue, running nose, bruised skin, unintractable hands, constantly going, deranged complexion, chaya, nashta chaya, excess thirst, foul smell, etc. These are mentioned in Charaka Samhita. Such symptoms, if it is associated with a Grahonmada, that should be avoided, or such persons are very difficult to treat. Then coming to the Chikitsa Sutra, common Chikitsa Sutra of Bhudonmada or Grahonmada, Tesham Sandhyartham Anvichan Vaidyastu Samahita Jabe Niyamair Homer Arabheda Chikitsidam. That is, japa mantra should be followed, or whatever Deva Upasthaya Chikitsa mentioned should be followed. The Niyame will be with following all the rules, and Chikitsa can Vaidyastu Susamahida, all should be collected, and then the Vaidya should be Vaidya should treat the person with the Bhudonmada or Grahonmada. This is mentioned in Susra Samhita. Raktani gandhamalyani bijani madhu sarpishi bhakshyasta sarvesham samanyo vidhiruchyate. Samanya vidhi of treatment. Raktani gandhamalyani bijani. Red colored dress, etc. should be used for treating. Red color should be used for treating such a person. Madhu sarpi can be used. Food and article that is mentioned specifically for Graha can be used in the treatment. Few examples will be mentioned in the following slide. These are the general principles. Vastrani gandha malyani mamsani rudrani cha yani yesham yadheshtani tani debhya pradape. Red color should be used. Rudra, etc. are mentioned in the treatment of Grahonmada. This is mentioned in Charaka Samhita. The same thing. Due to the, if it is interested in worship, then we should, whatever the aim of Grahavesha, that should be satisfied. Ratyarchana kamo unmadinodu vishakti prayacharabhyam buddha. Same, whatever they are interested, what is the intention of affliction, that should be satisfied by the physician, and or the similar offerings can be given for such person. That is the way of treating Unmada. Here, the specific treatments, specific treatment for each graha are mentioned here. Deva graha do beli and homa in Devalaya, that is the devotional places, with kusha, pupa, krida, payas, etc. For Asura, beli karma in Chatvara, that is the junction of 4 roads. Gandharva, for Gandharvanmada, belly with Madhya, Jangala Mamsa, etc. Water in the middle of road, Mamsa water, etc. in the middle of road. It should be, belly karma should be performed in the middle of road. Yaksha, belly with Kulmasha, blood, Sura, pearl, etc. Should be done. For Pitragraha, Kusha, etc. And that should be done in the river. The belly karma should be done in the river. That is the same thing for Nagagraha also mentioned. Rakshasa, belly should be done in the middle of road or deep cave of Guha, etc. should be selected. For Pishajagraha, in lonely places, strong belly karma should be done. These are practiced uh, in the Tantra Vidya, etc., but not mainly practiced by Ayurvedic physician or scholars. These are having effects, results, and they are having effect, but we cannot explain and we cannot predict also. If you do these things, we cannot assure the result. But there are experienced persons say they have results in with such activities. Some therapeutic measures you mentioned here. Some therapeutic measures that formulations used here. Dhuma. Main treatment of Grahonmada or Bhudonmada is Dhuma or Dhubana. Dhuma with Aja, Riksha, Hingu, Bastamutra, etc. Hairs of Aja, Riksha, Rishabha, Hingu, Bastamutra, etc. Aparajita Dhuma can be used. This for Nastya and Abhinga, another yoga is mentioned. Gaja Pippali, Pippali, Mula, Trigadu, etc. The aim is to provide a tikshna or irritating or stimulation is the aim of treatment. That is why this kind of materials are used and this kind of modalities are used. Taila prepared with the paste of Purisha, Varaha, Gridra, etc. mixed with the Gomutra is uh, indicated for Abhyanga, external application. Anjana Prayoga. There are 3 Anjana Prayoga, 2, and the title it is mistaken as 2. It is 3 Anjana Prayoga. Sirisha Bijadi Anjana, Siddhartha Anjana, Saindhavadi Anjana. These are mentioned in our classics. These are still strong stimulants which can be used especially in the Graha Chikitsa. All Unmada, it is useful especially in case of Graha Unmada. Another yoga mentioned as Siddhartha Kridam. Siddhartha Kridam mentioned in Charaka Samhita. Bhudarava Kridam mentioned in Ashtanga Sangraha. Bhudarava Kridam mentioned in Ashtanga Sangraha. And all medicines which are beneficial for Unmada and Apasmara can be used here in treatment of Graha Unmada or Bodhu Unmada. Next, coming to the Adravya Chikitsa. Adravya Chikitsa is not only for the Bodha Graha Chikitsa. This in the last class it is not mentioned, I think. This can be used for all type of Unmada. Now, even psychosomatic disorders also we can use this Adravya Chikitsa. very effectively. First one is Sattva-Vajaya Chikitsa. First one is Sattva-Vajaya Chikitsa, and second one is Deva-Upasraya Chikitsa. This is the classification of Chikitsa, what we have observed classification of Chikitsa. Sattva-Vajaya, Deva-Upasraya, and Yukti-Upasraya. Among them, two type of treatment can be considered in Adravya Chikitsa. Even this some kind of Adravya Chikitsa can be considered as Yukti-Upasraya also. That is not mentioned here. That is some deep concept. Here, in simple way, we can see Tattvavajaya Chikitsa. What is Tattvavajaya Chikitsa? Tattvavajaya Chikitsa is Ahitebhyo Arthebhyo Manonigrahanam, withdrawing the mind from the unfair object. Ahita Artha, Ahitebhyo Arthebhyo Manonigrahanam. Indriya Nigrahana or Mano Nigrahana from unwanted objects of mind, unwanted or unfavorable objects is called as Sattva-Vajaya Chikitsa. The Sattva-Vajaya Chikitsa, different modalities are there. Dhi Dhairya Atmadi Vijnanam Mano Dosha Aushadam Param. Dhi Dhairya Atmadi Vijnanam. Giving courage, intellectual advices, jnana, vijnana, etc. are provided for upliftment of Sattva, Sattva-Vajaya. Thereby, the person can withdraw mind from unwanted thoughts and activities. That is what Sattva-Vajaya Chikitsa. Next is Deva-Upasraya Chikitsa. Deva-Upasraya Chikitsa is mainly depending on the faith and belief of a person. If the person is not having belief on God, you cannot apply the Deva-Upasraya Chikitsa on the basis of a religious concept. The subject or patient is not at all interested in uh, religious aspects. How can we apply this Deva-Upasraya Chikitsa in terms of religious activities? We cannot. If a person is very much interested or very much devoted to God, we can use the belief as a treatment. These are the two modalities used in treating Unmada. Another group of treatments Adravya Chikitsa mentioned are Tadanam, Sarjanam, Bandhanam, Tamogrihavasa, Dana, Harsha, Sandvana, Ashwasana, Vismabana, Bhaya, Trasana, etc. Tadana is Manobuddhi, Deha Samvejanam Hidam. Tadana Manobuddhi, Deha Samvejanam Hidam, which is a stimulant for mind, body, and uh, buddhi. Mind, body, and buddhi. Tadana is beating or slapping. By this, the Udvejana, the Samvejana, it will be the stimulation will occur. Tarjanam. Tarjana is the shouting. That is Tarjanam Vacha. Tarjanam is the shouting or scolding in a proper in an appropriate time and place. That is included under the treatment. Bandhana is restraining the person who are very aggressive, violent, etc. can be restrained, but it should be very careful that the restraint or bandhana should not injure the person. That is specifically mentioned in our classics that uh, sakto avinaye patte. Avinaye patte means the cloth should be used and it should not injure. The soft type of cloth should be uh, used to restrain the person. Sudridai should be very strong also. At the same time, it should be very strong and soft. That kind of bandhana is advised in our classics. Next is Tamogrihavasa. Tamogrihavasa is sending the person in a dark room. If the patient is very much violent, we can send or we can keep the person inside a dark room so that tamas will be increasing, so that the rajas will be decreasing and violence and violent activities will come down. The special precaution to be taken is there should not be any instruments or objects in the tamogriha. If so, that will be used for harming themselves. Self-harming will be there by the person, so that should be taken care of. Then dana, harsha, santvana, ashwasana, vismabana, etc. Dana, harshanadi kriya can help to forget the causative factor of unmada, to forget the causative. Vismrudo hedo nayadi prakriti mana. Vismrude hedo. The reason of unmada will be forgotten. Vismrude hedo nayandi prakriti mana. Manas will be going into a normal stage by forgetting all the previous things. These kind of activities will help for uh, such extent to forget the past. Bhaya is also here used to make the person forget about the reason, and some emotional factors which overlap the thoughts or the emotions of a person, that can hide the previous emotions. For example, if you want to make a water clear, you will agitate it first and keep it for some time for making it clear. In such a way, we will agitate the mind with bhaya, trasana. Trasana is terrorizing, uh, suddenly giving some terrifying things, that is trasana. So terrorizing and bhaya, etc., will help to make the mind, to create the equilibrium of mind. That is what the aim of such adravya chikitsa. Then the warning is given by Acharya. The adravya chikitsa are very much effective if you use very properly. At the same time, it is very dangerous also. If it is used in an improper way and improper context, it is very dangerous also. So, Deshakaladhyapekshaya. Siddha Kriya Prayojyayam Deshakaladhyapekshaya. These treatments should be performed according to the Desha Kala Bheda. Desha Kala Bheda. It should be performed on the basis of nature of person, Kala, etc. Okay. So we will come to we can come to the end of this Unmada Chikitsa. Before that, Adravya Puja Chikitsa, one more explanation is given by Ashtanga Hridaya. Deha Dukkha Bhayebhyo hi Param Prana Bhayam Madam. Prana Bhaya is the most powerful fear in our life. If you give Prana Bhaya, all other emotional factors will subside by self. That is the principle used in the Adravya Chikitsa. Prakshipya asalile kope. It is mentioned in Ashtanga Sangraha. Prakshipya asalile kope. The person should be sent, should be pulled into the well without water. That is, it should not harm the person, but there should be a fear of threatening of life. Prakshipya asalile kupe. Choshayedva bubukshaya. Choshayedva bubukshaya. Making the person hungry. Choshayedva bubukshaya. That is also mentioned as Adravya Chikitsa. And some points missed in this context is Deva Vipasya Chikitsa. That may be very familiar for you. But in the context of Unmada, uh, Lord Shiva is mentioned as the god of Bodhagraha, and we should pray to God Shiva for the treatment of Unmada. This mentioned in Ashtanga Hridaya. Rudrasya Pradhama Nama Gana Loke Charanti. Rudrasya Pradhama Nama. Lord Shiva is the first person who control the Gana, that Bhuda Gana. So you should we should pray to Lord Shiva and Tesham Pujam cha Kurvana. Tesham Puja should uh, pray towards Shiva, Lord Shiva, for the relief of Unmada. Bellibhir Mangalai Home Aushadhi Agada Dharanehi. Bellibhir Mangalai Home Aushadhi Agada Dharanehi. This Aushadhi Dharana, Agada Dharana, etc. are included in Devopasra Chikitsa. Satyachara Tapojnana. The Satyacharam that follow the Sadvrita mentioned in the Sutrasthana, Dinacharya Adhyaya Sadvrita should be followed. Satyachara Tapojnana. That mind should be very strong. Keep the mind very strong by meditation or Tapojnana, etc. Niyama Vratehi. Follow the right rituals and rules and regulations of the life should be followed. Sadvrita is the Sadvrita Palana is very important in case of preventing the psychiatric disorders. Deva go brahmananam cha gurunam pujanena cha. Deva go brahmananam cha gurunam pujanena cha. Deva is God, go is cow. You can consider it as a representative of animals. Brahmananam cha. Brahmana is the person who are having very good knowledge, intellect and very good knowledge. Brahmananam cha guru. Gurunam cha pujanena. We should respect all this. We should respect Deva, Go, Brahmana, and Guru uh, in order to prevent the affliction of Unmada, Graha Unmada. The aim of these kind of treatment are making our mind very strong, and that we should have a belief that someone is controlling or someone is having a power over us and they will protect us. That belief itself will help us from uh, disease, preventing from the diseases of mind. So trust should be there, beliefs should be there. Those beliefs should be modified for the treatment, and upliftment of sattva is the main aim of treatment. We are coming to the conclusion, or we are coming to the end of Unmada Chikitsa and Bodhonmada. As I will sum up. Bodhonmada is nothing but the reflection of external factors in a weak mind. न इव देवा न गंधर्वा न पिशाचा न राक्षसा न च अन्ये स्वयमक्लिष्टम उपक्लिशन्ति मानवम्. Charaka says in the Nidana Sthana, Naiva Deva na Gandharva na Pishacha na Rakshasa na cha Anye Swayam Aklishtam Ubaklisandi Manavam. No, neither Gandharva or nor Pishacha, Rakshasa, etc. are affecting a person. There is no such entities called as Gandharva, Pishacha, etc. Nacha Anye Swayam Aklishtam Ubaklisandi Manavam. Their own misdeeds are the causative factor of diseases. The weak mind, only the weak mind will be getting affected by diseases. Say an example, if 2-3 persons are going into to a place, a dark place in the night time, and say 5 person are going, and one is getting affected with the psychiatric disorder or psychiatric disturbances or fever or etc. on the next day, and 4 others are not getting affected. That means the 4 are having good sattva and one was having not proper or good sattva. That is why the person got afflicted by Bhoda or Graha or Unmada. That doesn't mean that something from some forces from external is entering into the mind or body. That doesn't mean like that. These are the reflections of external factors that also in a very weak mind. So prevention of psychiatric disorders is by the observance of good deeds and good activities. And naming of Bhuta Grahonmata is done only on the basis of expression of symptoms. No other relevance is there, and that is very clearly mentioned in